Hello everybody, I'm glad you're here today. Today is May 14th, 2024. It's the end of the day for me. I'm about to stop and I didn't realize how bad I looked till I got on here. So sorry about that, but I mean, you're just seeing the wind and dirt and everything else has been, I've been outside and anyway, doesn't matter. It is what it is, and I got to talk to you no matter what. If we're not good enough friends right now to just come the way we are, then I don't know what we're doing. So in this video, I'm going to tell you something that struck me while I was making supper and washing dishes, cleaning the kitchen this afternoon. It was just like, man, I need to make a video about that. I have talked about this subject before, but it's a little stronger feeling now. So I'm gonna talk about just a little tidbit of, I don't know, advice maybe. I don't know what it is, but it is something on my heart. And I'm going to read to you what I wrote in my journal on May 11th, 2024. It is encouraging, all right? Now then, my life is, y'all, it's spring, all right? You know, spring is like, it's time to get to work. I mean, we've had the winter to kind of chill, but now it's time to work. So I'm getting ready to plant some things. I'm getting ready to get more chicks this summer. I'm going to wait till it's a little later so I don't have to put them out when it's so hot. Anyway, that's my strategy. I'm just sharing my strategy. If you don't have chicks, you might want to get some. All right, gang? It is wonderful insurance. It's like insurance to me that you're at least going to have one food source in theory. Okay? So there's that. I have this in the last 5 days. I've run into a snake in my backyard, a bull snake. I'm allowing him to stay. He can stay if he'll eat the mice. And I also ran into Herman, our skink. Now, we have not seen Herman in a year. I didn't see him all last year, but he is back. I saw him today. And I have learned how reptiles are really fascinating creatures, so they don't creep me out like they used to, thanks to my son, who has many in his room, in cages. But anyway, so spring has sprung. So the animals come out, so do the bugs, the mice, the spiders. Anyway, I around here, and I know y'all are like, is this where it is like in your area around here? A lot of people don't like going outside. I don't like to go outside all that much, because you go outside, it will kill you. It will kill you the moment you go outside. If it's not the heat, it's the rattlesnakes or the brown recluse or whatever. Is it that way where you are at? I'm in Texas Panhandle. Most of y'all know that. Okay, now let me tell you this tidbit of information that I was thinking about. I don't know exactly how to phrase this. I'll give you a little background. My adult children live with us. All right, live with my husband and I. One is 19 and one is 29. And they pay rent and they work. Okay, so I didn't see that coming in my life, y'all. That was not on my radar. I mean, am I right? And y'all can tell me in the comment section. I mean, if you were, like, I graduated high school in 1984. And I mean, it was just assumed you leave. You leave home when you're 18 and go, carve your way in the world. And don't come back. Don't come back home. You go do your own thing, but don't move back. That was just kind of assumed, and that's how we rolled back then. And even when my daughter graduated from high school in 2012, that was what we assumed, and that is what we practiced. And it was by the grace of God that did not pull her away from Christ, that experience, even though she went to a Christian college. So, I would like to just propose to you this idea, and I've done it before, but I feel it even stronger now. If you have adult children, things are changing in our country so dramatically. Things have changed. Y'all, I went and got a Dairy Queen the other day, like a 4-piece chicken basket and a Dr. Pepper. Y'all, $15. I was like, are you freaking serious? $15 for this? And I mean, it wasn't even all that great. So, okay, my point is, things are changing. Things are so expensive now, and I don't think they're going to come down. The world stage is, we're at war. Things are gearing up, and it's not 3 to 7 years before the war starts. I do not believe that. No way, no how. Do you? Tell me in the comment section. I'm eager to hear your opinions and insights and learn from you. How long do you, I mean, I think it's already begun, but how long do you think like it will be like before we are absolutely, everyone's on the same page about what's going on in Europe and the Middle East and how we're part of it? So with that being said, the economy, the war, the morality or immorality of this world, it might be very wise to bring your adult children home. I don't care if they're married and have kids. It might be very wise for all of you to live together under one roof, on one property. I would encourage you, and I can't believe I'm saying this, because man, I sure didn't preach it, but I do now. Look at your house. Look around your home. And if you're an apartment, then, think about maybe sizing up to another bedroom, a 2-bedroom, 3-bedroom, whatever. Can you make it work to bring your children home? I believe, and this is not divinely inspired, this is, and it kind of is, I guess, but mainly it's just like logic and practical common sense. You're going to do better as a unit than separated. You're going to be stronger together than you are spread apart everywhere. The family unit is. I believe that. Please pray about it as far as your own situation and talk to each other. Maybe you're the one that needs to approach the subject with your adult children and say, have you ever thought about maybe moving back here? And can we at least have a conversation and see if we can make this work? Do we need to pull a trailer in the backyard and hook you up to the electricity and the water? I mean, there's ways to do it. Be creative. We are in a time. I might have said at one time we're approaching a time. I wonder if we're in a time. No. The time is now. Things are so different than what we used to think that we need to adjust quickly so that we can thrive and be effective as believers in Jesus Christ during this time. And not be behind the curve trying to catch up, going, oh my word, what's happening? I wish my kids had, I don't know. You know what I'm talking about. So one thing I will just tell you from my perspective, from my experience, that's all I know, y'all. I'm not telling you what to do. You got to do what you got to do. I'm just like giving you this idea, planting this seed. Our daughter lived away from us for 6 years, and she lived in Lubbock, and she graduated college, and she's already gotten another degree and working on her master's. Okay, she's a smart girl, all right? We don't value education above relationship with God, and we're not really into the accolades and we're just not into that. Anyway, the Lord brought about a time before the virus hit for her to come home. And we all talked about it. And we said, that's fine. I think that's a good idea. I think that's going to be good for you spiritually. Here's the deal. You got to get a job. And when you get a job, you're going to pay rent. And we decided on how much it would be. And I assure you, it's far less than she would be paying out in the world and in the city, which is fine with us. And so she can, grow her savings account. I'm happy with that. She pulls her weight. She does her chore. I mean, we don't assign chores or anything like that. I mean, come on, we're grown-ups. If you see something needs to be done, you do it. All right? If you see the dishes need to be washed, go wash them. Trash needs to be taken out, take it out. And if you don't see it and I ask you to, then please do so. And same with me. Would you mind taking out my clothes in the washer and put them in the dryer? Sure. It's the idea of serving each other like Jesus served. Being Jesus inside the home with each other. All right? So, my son, 19, he doesn't want to go to college. He cracked that code. He's like, I don't want to be indoctrinated. Now, I know there are some skills and professions that you need a college degree. And you got to juggle that the way you got to square that yourself, okay? For us, my son was like, no, I'm not going. And plus, there tends to be just a general immaturity in, I don't know if it is in girls, but it's in boys, that an 18, 19-year-old boy now is pretty much like a 17-year-old boy, 16-year-old boy when we were growing up, all right? So their maturity needs to take place, all right? So we were very glad that he was wise enough to go, I'm just going to get a job. I'm going to think about what I want to do. I'm going to serve God and just do that until I can figure out how to navigate life. And it's just like, that's good. Yeah, here's how much you have to pay rent. And we did it, we don't do it to break them. We say how much you're making, and we try to accommodate and say, basically for him, what we're trying to teach him to do is go look at your bank account every day. How to handle your money, how to budget your money, how to bank, how to do personal finance. And everything else, falls into place. So are we crowded in our house a little? Is the house ever clean? No. Is the house ever quiet? No. It's not. Am I still cooking and cleaning after 32 years of children? Yes, I am. Do I mind it? Not too bad, because everybody's, pitching in. And if I don't feel like anyway, sometimes like kids, y'all are on your own. Y'all go figure out something to eat. I ain't going to fix it for you. I know. Now, that may not be the nicest way to be, but that's the way it is sometimes. So, what we are approaching in this world, in our society, at an incredibly fast pace, may require us, the only way we're going to survive, or the best way we can survive, and you got to decide this for yourself, is pulling together generationally, maybe even 3 generations under one roof. It used to be that way, y'all. America used to be that way. Other countries are that way. There is no shame anymore for your kids. 18, no, they're not going to college. What are they going to do? I mean, I know kids are graduating right now. It's May. I know. And say your child's like, I don't want to go to college. And there's always that peer thing. Of course, if you homeschool, like I'd already worked through all of that. I don't care what people think. I just got to get my kids to heaven. And we're all going to go together. And that's the number one thing. Everything else is secondary to that. But I don't have a problem saying, no, he ain't going to college. No. I don't have a problem with that. And I would say you don't either. Try not to. If that's where your child is, keep them home. And I mean, I know I've said keep them home, but now I'm even saying you might think about asking them to come home. And you know what? Maybe you're in a situation where it would be better for you to move in with your kids and you pay rent. At least you would be together and pooling your resources. There we go. Thank you, Jesus. That's the word I was looking for. Words. Pool your resources. Your car, your gas, your electric bill, your food bill. And that it will ease it. And when somebody gets sick, then other people are there to take you to the doctor or to go cook for you or whatever. But I feel like we're at a time where don't think in terms of the regular old-timey America. I believe that's gone. And I'm sad to say that, but I've already grieved that, and I've already come to grips with that, and that's where I'm at. If you're not there, that's okay. You don't have to be there. I'm there. I'm not telling you to be. That's gone. So what are we working with now? Well, darned if I know. I can't figure it out. Here's what I know. Jesus is the Son of God, and I know this to be true. I know that to be true. Jesus is the answer to everything. Period. I know that. And that's what I'm hanging on to. All right, I'm going to read May 11th, 2024 to you. I hope that wasn't boring as I kind of rambled on. But I'm just going to say it real forcefully now. Get your kids home. Or you go get with your kids. Get under the same roof. That's what I believe. I kind of soft pedaled that a little bit, but I'm just spitting it out there. That's my opinion. Okay. May 11, 2024. Here's what I wrote down as I was worshiping Father in prayer and song in the mornings. Okay. You are the remnant I speak of. I think he's talking about us, y'all. You are the remnant I speak of. Function as such, for mighty is my spirit among you. Go and gather. Kneel and pray. Sing to me, dance with joy at the signs I perform among you. You are the remnant. Clutter not this gathering with old chains of restrictions, welded links with fear. Instead, soar freely in my love, letting me be in the wall-less chambers of your hearts, the roofless rooms of your minds. For with me there is no boundary. My love covers your thoughts more powerfully, stronger than any man-made roof. Come soar with me, my lovely ones, my remnant meant for these days. Gather and sing, gather and heal in my name. Gather and love the unloved. Gather and preach to the unknowing. Gather and preach to the unknowing hope. My hope changes the wretched world around you. Pray among the fools who laugh at you, the jesters who ignore my warnings. They may end your body of earth, but not your life in me. For you're mine. No man, no devil can snatch you from me. So go now, my remnant, go in my name. Shout at the top of your lungs, the Lord God, the great I am, brings hope to all who hear, all who believe, all who become a part of my remnant, my mighty remnant. I was encouraged by that, y'all. And so I would like to just encourage all of us to stay focused on Jesus. And remember, we are the hope in this hopeless, broken world. And Jesus is the answer to everything. Everything. It's Jesus. All right, y'all, that's all I have. I'm fixing to go wash some more dishes and clean the kitchen after supper, which I don't mind. But I just want to get on here and share that with you. I felt very strongly about that with the kids. Stay safe, America. This is Gina Lima Charlie. I'm out.